Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Let us chant all the mantras. Verse 3. Om Ishavasyamidam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjithaha Ma Krutah Kasya Svittanam Kurvanneveha Karmani Jiji Vishet Shatakum Samaha Evam Tvai Nanyate Tosti Na Karma Lipyate Nare Asuriya Namate Lokaha Andhena Tamasa Vrutaha Tamste Pretya Vigachanti Eke Chatmahano Janaha. So far in the Upanishad, the idea that is conveyed is, in the first mantra, the vision, the lofty vision is given, that everything is to be covered by Ishvara. This is the finest of the Upadesha that is given. Those who are ready for it will abide in it, will work for it. And those who are not ready for this, for them Upanishad has given a means in the second mantra. And what is that? Kurvanneveha karmani jiji vished shatam samaha. May you desire to live as long as you like. I mean, have a lifespan of 100 years or more also. But live that life performing your duties. And in those duties you offer yourself. So it is the means that is given is of offering oneself, so that one slowly prepares oneself for the vision that everything is I, everything is nothing but Ishvara. For that one has to prepare oneself while performing one's karmas. So that is the second mantra. Then in the third mantra, Upanishad sort of condemned those who do not fall in any of this. Why? Because they are given to sense pleasures. They have not understood the meaning of life and are wasting away their life. And that is why in rather strong words, Upanishad called them. Who are these people? Atma Hano Janaha. These are the people who sort of commit harakiri, as they say. This Japanese word is there. Where, in Japan, in the olden days, the person was asked to kill himself with the sword if he has committed some crime. So like that, these people commit suicide. Why? Because they harm themselves by not knowing the truth of life. what is right within them, that is disregarded, and life is wasted away. So that is why they are called Atmahano Janaha. They disrespect the self, they disrespect Ishvara, and that is why their gati or their lot is always what? Asuryanam. They go towards lower gati, which means they waste away. This very, very, very precious opportunity that they got, they could not utilize. See, in Sanat Sujat, the kind of vision these Mahatmas have, Sanat Sujat is a wise man, one of the four brothers, and there is this text called Sanat Sujat, where it is said, I'm just giving you the idea, the kind of vision that these people have. It is said, Yo anyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadyate, which means those who do not know the self as it is, those who do not know the self as it is, but take it to be differently, take it to be different from what it is, then it is, and then the Sanat Sujat says further, Kim tena na krutam papam chaurena atma apaharina, which means which crime have they not committed? Poor fellow just doesn't know the self. But still, what is being said is, he has committed the biggest of crime. He is living by dharma, but still he is said as if he has committed it is said, which crime has he not committed? Because he took away the real glory, the real truth of the Atma by not understanding it and not making any attempt to know it. That is what is said. Again in the same text it is said, when who is that? Duryodhana's father, Dhritarashtra. When Dhritarashtra, he is very sad after the war because all his children have died, and so he is extremely sad. So Vidura, his brother, cousin brother, he comes and he says, please tell me something, teach me something. Then Vidura said, I will not teach you because I will ask someone else to come and teach you. Then he with his powers called Sanat Sujat to teach Dhritarashtra. Then Dhritarashtra is asking him. He is asking, what is Mrityu? Dhritarashtra is asking this one that what is Mrityu? Then he said, Sanat Sujata said, that pramado vai mrityuhu aham bravimi, which means he said that pramada is mrityu. Pramada means what? Not doing what is to be done in time, which means you may be very busy, but doing things which are not important and leaving out that which is most important. This is mrityu. This is a very, very famous statement. In the same way, here also it is said that those who do not know the self, do not make an attempt to know, and merrily go with life in just sense pleasures, they are called the people who are committing suicide. So this way they are condemned. Just to praise the people who follow the vision of the first mantra or the vision of the second mantra. This is done. And now, having done that, now Upanishad proceeds to elaborate upon the nature of Atma, upon the vision of the first mantra that is given. Now Upanishad elaborates upon that from beginning from 4th mantra to 8th mantra. So in that, the nature of the self is unfolded. So now let us read mantra number 4. Anejadekam manaso javiyah Nainadeva apnuvan purvamarshata Tadhavato jnanatyeti tishtata तस्मिन्नपो मातरिश्वा दधाति. So now, Kidrusham Atma Tattvam, what is the nature of the self? So that is being now expounded. What is it? Now see. Now you will see the language of paradox. One part will say, one part of the mantra will say, one word will say one thing, and in the next word, altogether different thing. But this is said from two different standpoints, which we will have to understand. All along, in Upanishad and even in Bhagavad Gita, you find this style. This is the method taken up by the acharyas. See, it is said in the first word, anejat. What is this Atma? Anejat. Anejat means that which doesn't move, unchanging, motionless. So this is the absolute nature of the self, that it is totally unmoving. There is absolutely no change or no movement in the self. This is that Atma is ever changeless. Even when we take ourselves to be changing, the change is in the body. The change or movement or activities are in the body. When I say I am speaking, is Atma speaking? Atma is not speaking. Speaking is the function of the organ of speech. When I say I am seeing, is seeing the function of Atma? No. Eyes are seeing. Atma is not seeing. But in the presence of Atma, in presence of the self, which is totally changeless, totally motionless, all these functions are happening. So it is said Atma is anejat. That is why Lord Krishna says, when Arjuna thinks that we will be dying, I will be dying, my family and everybody who is arrayed in the battlefield will be dying. So Bhagavan says that, what did he say? That Natve vaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaha. O Arjuna, neither you nor I, nor all these kings who are here, who have gathered here, none of them are going to be born, none of them have ever been born or ever will be dying. Or we'll be seeing them going away. We have seen that they were not there at once upon a time. How do you say that there is no movement in Atma? It comes and goes. Yes, what comes and goes is body. What comes and goes is subtle body, gross body. In the subtle body, in the gross body, the subtle body enters. So the movement is there, coming and going is there. Even when you are born and even when you are living, in that I also. Balya dishvapi jagrada dishu tatha sarvasu avasthasu api. From infancy to childhood to kaumaram to old age, in all these different states, right before you, you see yourself growing, aging. Even in all these different states, in Jagrat, waking, dream and deep sleep and other states of the body, there is something constantly happening, something constantly changing. Vyavartasu, in all that this is, all that is changing, there is something which remains ever constant. Vyavartasu anuvartamanam, that which doesn't move at all, which remains the same, that is what? And which constantly registers itself as what? I. In everyone, animal, man, trees, everywhere, there is something that is moving, and at the same time, the substratum or adhisthana is what? Non-moving. Like in space, all this is happening. But there is no movement in space. Space itself is not moving. That is the closest example. So, anejat, Atma is what? Never moves. No kampan, no shivering, no oscillation in Atma at all. Then, anejat, then what? Further, Upanishad says, tacha ekam, it is one. See now, in all, it is just one. Atma is one. The counting of Atma, when you count the bodies, when you count the beings, how many are they? Countless. They are countless. 1, 2, 3. But what will be the calculation of Atma? Just one. One in all the beings. We have been saying this. Asti Bhati Priyam. Or consciousness is just one. One without a second. Second is said with reference to different bodies. Otherwise, with reference to the self, the question of second comes only when that is possible. In Atma, second is not possible. Otherwise, it will be divided. It is formless. For division, you require some kind of boundaries, some kind of form. Atma is just one. In different bodies, but bodies are different, beings are different, but Atma is just one. And this one also, it is what? Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Swagata Bheda Rahitam. Chandogya Upanishad, while talking about the self, says Atma is Advitiyam. It is Advitiya. There is no second at all. And this one also is of what nature? There is not someone like Atma. Sajatiya. Sajatiya means one human being, other human being. This is called Sajatiya Bheda. Someone like you. One human being, other human being. Then there is no one like Atma, no one like consciousness, just one. Then Vijatiya Bheda. Vijatiya means different species. Human beings are one, animals are different, trees are different. So these are different. Vijatiya Bheda, opposite. Whereas in Atma there is none other different from Atma. So Sajatiya Bheda is not there. Vijatiya Bheda, different also is not there. Plus, what is not the Swagata Bheda? Swagata Bheda means in one also there is no Bheda. Like I am one. Example, this is one body, but this arm is different, this arm is different, head is different, neck is different. In the fingers also, one is this, another has a bigger size, then the last one has a smaller. That kind of Bheda also. Tree is one, trunk is one, branches are another, flowers are another, birds are another. In one itself there are Bhedas. In one itself there are differences. There are different forms. That kind of Bheda is also not there in the consciousness, in self, in one. So it is called Tacha Ekam Sarva Bhuteshu. In all the beings, there is just one self, Anejad Ekam. Now, Manaso Javiyah. This Atma is described as Manasaha Javiyah. It is swifter, faster than the mind. How Upanishad is describing? It is swifter, faster than the mind. Now remember, what was the first word? Anejad. Now on one hand, you say it is non-moving, motionless, and in the very third word, what is it saying? Manasaha Javiyah. It is faster than the mind. You are contradicting yourself? No. Now what is said that it is faster than the mind is with reference to the body and the mind. That whatever the mind is able to do, mind can do whatever it does because of the presence of the consciousness. That mind goes to Australia. Sitting in the hall, you may just go to Himalayas or Kailas or Australia or Switzerland, wherever. But mind can reach there provided the consciousness is there. I'll give you another example. From here, you fly to Delhi. But here also spaces, before you reach, the space was already there. Where? In Delhi also, in Dehradun also. Wherever you go, before you fly, before you walk, before you do anything, the space is already there. Similarly, that the mind can do, that the mind can fly, that the mind can do sankalpa, vikalpa, now here, now there. All this is possible because this consciousness is there. And don't think consciousness is doing anything. If it was doing something, then again motion. No, without doing anything, just the presence, mere presence. Lord Krishna says, Maya Dyakshena Prakritihi Suyate Sacharacharam. He says, in my presence means because the consciousness is. Prakritihi. Prakriti means Maya. Prakriti means primordial matter. That matter is able to do all this. There is constant motion and action, mind-boggling action. Everything is just moving. They look stationary, but there is movement there. All this is possible when the non-moving, stationary, motionless Atma is there. In the presence of Atma, in the presence of this consciousness, Prakriti does whatever it is doing. So in that sense, from that standpoint, from the standpoint of the mind, it is said that mind goes. But when can it do? When already the swifter Atma, so not that Atma goes from you. You can travel from one place to another, provided you are not there. My this hand can go here when it is not there. Any gati, any movement is possible when I am not there. I would like to be simultaneously in this place also, temple also, dining hall, everywhere. Sometimes we want that. I wish I was with my son in US also and with daughter in India also. But you can't have both. Either be here or there. This is our limitation. No such limitation for Atma. Because in the self, because of the self, everything is. See, there is distance between me and you, this body and that body. But what is the difference between the space and us? Space is there, space is here. More so with case of awareness. In awareness, this body, in awareness means consciousness. That body, this place, other places, this planet, other planets, this star, other stars, galaxies and whatnot. Everything in aware. There may be distance between one planet and other planet. But what is the difference between awareness? There is no another thing. In awareness is everything. So with that standpoint, it is said, it is faster. Manasaha javiyaha. Then further, naina deva apnuvan purvamarshata. Now this mind, this Atma, the sense organs, Deva here, Devaha means sense organs. Why? Because they are self-effulgent. Naina Deva. My page number is different here. Naina Dyotana Devaha. All the sense organs, because they are effulgent, they reflect light. That is why they are called Devaha. So this Devatas, that is the sense organs, could not outreach Atma. Before they could go somewhere, Atma as it were went first. Before my eyes can see you, eyes can see only and only when the consciousness has graced the eyes and the sense organs, and then can I see anything. Then can I hear anything. So in that sense it is said that sense organs, before they started, Atma had already begun. So they could not outreach, they could not outwit the self. Naina Deva Apnuvan Purvam Arshata, it reached before them. Reached before them means again, there is no traveling, no race is there. The race between sense organs and Atma, no. That the eyes, that the ears can function is because of the presence of the self. So, then further, how did it do? Tad dhavatah anyan atyeti tishtata. Tad Dhavataha anyan, which means others who are running. Who are running? Eyes are running to see one object and other object. Ears are also constantly listening. These are the functions which are constantly happening. In that sense, it is said, Dhrutam gachatah. The sense organs are performing their functions one after the other. But in that sense, it is said that they who are running, Atma runs before them, remaining stationary. The Dhavatah Anyan Atyeti. Atyeti means it crosses them, those who are running, remaining what? Stationary. Tishthatah, Atyeti Tishthatah, Atyeti Gacchati Iva. So Bhashyakara writes Gacchati Iva, as if Atma is running. No, Atma is not running. Supposing we can say that when I fly from here to Delhi, space crosses me and goes first. Space crosses me and reaches first. Did the space run? But still it looks as if it has reached before me. It was already there. In that way, we can say that since Atma, consciousness or Brahman is all pervasive. It pervades the entire creation. So it looks as if it goes faster than the sense organs or mind. But no, it remains stationary. Remaining stationary, all the functions are happening. That is why Swamiji says, that Narayana doesn't bat an eyelid. He is sleeping where? In the ocean. He sleeps in the ocean and everything is happening. Everything is happening. He doesn't even bat an eyelid. Creation happens, sustenance happens, dissolution happens. Narayana doesn't do anything. But if he was not there, nothing will. His mere presence prompts Maya to do everything. The real worker is Maya. Maya means matter, Prakriti. She does everything, provided the self is. Prakriti does only when Purusha is there. Purusha means Atma. Purusha means consciousness. Doesn't do anything. Just as the magnet is, and all the iron filings get attracted towards it. What does the magnet do? Doesn't do anything. Mere presence is enough for all of them to get attracted. So, in that sense it is said, Tad dhavatah anyan atyeti tishthatah. Then further, all this is the glory of the self. Glory of the self is being described. That we are doing what we can do, that the mind can function, intellect can do what it is doing, sense organs. When the self is, that is why Kenopanishad, starts with this kind of question. There the student is so smart and so bright. The Kenopanishad starts with his question. What is the question of the student? Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha, keneshitam vacham imam vadanti. He says, and the teacher was astonished. Oh my God, what a question. He says, keneshitam patati preshitam. Who is it who, because of his will, the mind goes to its mind goes to its objects. Eyes go to the forms, ears go to the sound. Who is it? Which means he is smart enough, brilliant enough to understand that mind is matter and matter is jadam. It is jadam, inert. The entire complex, the entire upadhis, this package, beginning with body, pranaha, sense organs, mind, intellect, all of them are what? Jadam. Totally inert. If the presence is not there, consciousness is not there, they cannot function. So he asks, who is it because of which all this is happening? Then what did the teacher say? He also replied in the same way, in a very cryptic manner. He says, Shrotrasya Shrotra, Manasaha Mana, which means, how did the teacher reply, Guru reply? The one because of which the eyes are going to the forms, one because of which the ears are listening, is the ear of the ear. He is the ear of the ear, eyes of the eye, mind of the mind, speech of the speech. Sir, do you mean to say there is ear within the ear? Eyes within the eyes? No. What it means is that it is in its presence, that eyes can function, mind can function, speech can talk. That is why moment the person goes, person doesn't, who goes? The subtle body which was receiving the reflection of the consciousness, moment it leaves. 2 minutes ago, this person was talking to us and suddenly gone. Gone. Who has gone? Subtle body has come out. Atma has not gone. Now this becomes another question, so I will not talk about it. But this is showing us the glory of the self, that there is only one consciousness. Rest is all matter. Rest is all matter, no matter how it appears. Everything is jadam. Just one sat, just one chit. And that is consciousness. Okay. Now further. Tasmin apaha matarishva dadhati. Tasmin. Tasmin means it is the seventh case, but it is sati saptami, which shows that it is when the self is there. It means that tasmin means when the self is there, then matarishva. Now just understand, matarishva means pranaha, matarishva means vayu. Why is it called matarishva? Because it moves in its mother. Vayu, that is pranaha, where does the vayu move in? In space. And space is the mother of the pranaha. Why? Because first came space, akashad vayuhu. When Bhagavan decided to create, so kamayat bahusyam praja yeti. So first he decided, let me become many. Then first space, that is how Taittiriya explains. Other Upanishads may explain their way. So first came space, then from the Atma, which is space, from that space came Vayu, then from Vayu, fire, from fire, water, from water, then earth. That way, all the elements have come. But here the point is that from the space has come the Vayu or the wind or the prana. That is why here the space is called the mother. Matari Shvayati, one who moves in the Matari, one who moves in the space is called here Vayu. And Vayu is nothing but, in another words, Brahmaji or Hiranyagarbha. So it is because the self is in the presence of the self, this Matarishva, that is Pranaha, vital air, in other words you may say Ishvara or Brahmaji. He, what does he do? Now the creation has to run, and when you want to run something big, then you need to designate the functions. You do this, you do this. Everything is allotted in big corporate houses and anywhere. At home also. Who will do the shopping? Who will cook? Everything. Otherwise one person only? No. Everything is divided, no? So who does that? The head of the family will allot the functions. Similarly, when Atma is there, when consciousness is there in the presence, he need not order. He doesn't say, come on, you do. No such thing. His presence is so powerful. Atma's consciousness presence is so powerful that when it is there, automatically Matarishva, means the Pranaha or Hiranyagarbha, starts allotting apaha. Apaha means actions, functions. Come on, Vayu, do this, start flying. Come on, waters. Now rain. Earth, hold. Space, accommodate everything. These big elements, they themselves are powerful, but they cannot transgress anything. Kathopanishad says, Mrityur Davati Panchama. In the presence of Atma, even Mrityu, that is Yamaraja, the Lord of Death, even he starts moving. Moving means he is running all the time. Who is running? Yamaraja, from here, everywhere. The call comes, please take me, or he only will take. Karma phala is over. So Mrityur Davati, as if everybody is afraid. When the boss is there, generally he comes late. Or sometimes, most of the time he doesn't come also. But the day he comes, and when he is not there, all the employees, somebody is taking tea. Moment they come, they start taking coffee and this and that, talking and lethargic and everything. Nobody is in the mood of working. But today he has come and everybody knows that he is present. When he is present, nobody has time to look at each other. No coffee, no tea, nothing. Start working. Why? Because otherwise you will be fired. Lay off. So, in that way, moment, because tasmin apaha, when Atma is there, consciousness is there, and which will always be there, in its presence, everybody who Hiranyagarbha or Brahmaji or Pranaha, which is the totality of all the powers, he starts allotting functions, designating functions to everyone. Tasmin apaha matarishva dadadi. What are the kind of functions? Here Bhashyakara writes, Aditya, Parjanyadinam, Jvalana, Dahana, Prakasha, Abhivarshanadi, Lakshanani, Dadati. The sun is asked to come. Sun is ordered, as it were, to rise every day at the fixed time. Space is asked, accommodate everyone. Fire is told, you burn. Otherwise, supposing fire takes leave, today I am on casual leave. Sun is on casual leave. We do not find this. Everything just works in a masterly manner. The kind of order and harmony that is there because of the presence of consciousness. In the presence of consciousness, Brahmaji or Hiranyagarbha or here Vayu has allotted all the tasks and all of them do it very well. This is the glory of the self that is shown. Now further. Next mantra. Tadejati tannejati taddure tadvantike tadantarasya sarvasya tatu sarvasyasya bahyatah. Again, a similar mantra. Then why are you repeating? So here Bhashyakara says, Na mantranam jamita asti. See, because the meaning of this next mantra is also little similar. So, a question can arise. Why are you repeating the same thing? It is called tautology. It is a dosha. It is a defect. So Bhashyakara says, no, it is not a defect. When something is very important, then it should be repeated again and again so that the message goes home. It has to be hammered again and again. Similarly, Bhashyakara writes that even though it may look as if the meaning of this second mantra is repetition, it is not. Mantras do not have jamita, he says. Jamita means they are not slothful. There is no lethargy. There is no alasya in them. They keep on hammering until the message is driven home. So it says, Tat ejati. Again, tat means what? It is a pronoun. What does it mean? Tat means what? Atma. The same Atma. the same Atma which is talked about, the same one, ejati, it moves. Now see. Again it has changed. Earlier what did it say? It doesn't move. And now it says that ejati. Ejati means chalati, it moves. How come? Earlier you said it doesn't move. Then why is it said that it moves? Why? Because it is said with the reference of the mind. Mind moves. Mind moves in the presence of the self. The body moves. Whatever movement we see in the entire creation is thanks to the presence of consciousness. Consciousness is not moving, but in its presence, Maya does everything. So we can say that in its form, this creation can be called Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma means Ishvara with attributes. Ishvara, because this also we have to account for, whatever is there. So it is said that Tad Ejati, it moves. What moves is the mind, what moves are the entire creation, but not Atma. But in its presence it moves. That is why it is called Chalati. Then again, the next word is Tanna Ejati. It doesn't move. It doesn't move. Swataha Naiva Chalati. From its own standpoint. It was moving not from its standpoint. From the standpoint of Maya. From the standpoint of the Jadam. It looked as if it is moving. They were moving, but in its presence. Now from its own standpoint. You follow what I am saying? Earlier when it was said that it is not, it is moving, it is said with reference to the Maya or the Prakriti which is moving. And understand, there is constant change in the Prakriti. In the entire creation, beginning from the body, constant movement is there. Cells are being born and dying, and they say, every 7 years the blood is different, the cells are different, which means constantly something is happening inside. When you sleep, all the digestion and rest, everything is happening. We may look as if nothing is, no movement is going on, but definitely everywhere there is lot of movement in an atom, in all the particles. So how come that is possible when the non-moving self is there in its present? Swataha naiva chalati. From its standpoint, it doesn't move. But swataha achalam eva sat chalati. In other words, we can say that when actor has taken the role of a beggar. Actor has taken the role of a beggar. Now, from the standpoint of the beggar, he is begging. But can we say that the actor is begging? Actor himself need not beg. But in the garb, in the costume of the beggar, he is begging. Similarly, Atma doesn't move. But looking at the superimposition that the creation is, looking at the Prakriti, it looks as if it is moving. Tad ejati, tanna ejati. Further. Kincha, tad dure, tadvad antike. Tad dure, it is far. To dure means it is very, very far. Atma is called far. About Atma, about consciousness, what does the Upanishad say? It is very far. So Bhashyakara writes, what is the meaning of this? Varsha koti shataihi api avidusham apraptyavad duraha. Even though it is closest, most proximate, the self, yet due to ignorance, Atma is as if farther than the farthest. Because we all say, where is happiness? Where is Ishvara? I am waiting for Sakshatkara. I am waiting to see. So the seeker, who is the sought? The 10th man, who is the very 10th man, still looks for him because he thinks that the 10th man is lost. So ignorance creates the impression that what I am seeking is away from me. In this sense it is said dure. Understood? In which sense it is said that it is farther than the farthest, very far. It is the story of everyone. We all are seeking happiness. In ignorance, we think that happiness is away from me. Peace is away from me. What I am seeking is away from me. The people complain, They say, we have everything, but no happiness. Everything is there, but I am lonely. What is the use of all this? Nobody is there to talk to. Everything is there, but no peace. And such an amount of grief it causes, real. It is real grief. Who is grieving? Who is grieving? The one who is happiness. Nothing but of the nature of happiness. That one is grieving. So ignorance does this. Not an ordinary thing. Ignorance creates all anartha. It creates a distance. It creates the distance where there is no distance. It creates the distance where there is no distance at all. There is no distance between me and happiness, me and peace, me and satisfaction, me and contentment. No distance at all. And still, even when this is said, there are doubts in our mind. It is all right to say all this. It is all right to say. But happiness is definitely away. Because we think that when we do something, when we sit in meditation, then Atma will rise. Today it has not risen. Today it is all within. Then when I meditate, then it will come out. I'll do pranayama, then something will happen. Then when nirvikalpa, then something will happen. All the while, poor Atma is waiting. I'm here. Just as here, the Bengal is in search of gold. Bengal is in search of where is gold. Oh Bhagwan, where are you? Bhagwan says, Moko kaha dhoonde re bande. Very beautiful bhajan by Kabira. Kabirji says, Moko kaha dhoonde re bande. Oh man, where are you looking for me? Where are you looking for me? मैं तो तेरे पास में, मैं तो तेरे पास में भी नहीं, मैं तू पास में भी नहीं, पास में बोल सकते हैं. Not pass में, not close, not even close. Myself, where are you looking for? In just one line he has explained everything. These poets, big poets and saints, they do this. So here also, tad dure, it is farther than the farthest. When? In ignorance. Ignorance is a very positive thing. Positive effect it creates. It creates a distance which cannot be bridged. Even after thousands and thousands of years. Don't think this is our first birth. How many births have we taken? Countless. Countless. Which means all along there was distance between me and Atma or Ishvara. And all the time it was right here, waiting and wait. So he is a good waiter. A waiter means you can't call him waiter. But he has the patience to wait. Someday he will look at me. All the while, please give me something. Please love me. Please care for me. This is our story, Please care for me. Some warmth. We complain there is no warmth in our relationships. All the while we are asking, begging. There's no need for this. No need at all. This is the takeaway. These days they use this word. What is the takeaway from the camp? This is the takeaway. Don't ask. Find it in yourself. You are that. Stop begging. Because it says, tad dure tad antike. Tadu antike. It is closer than the closest. Antike means samipe, atyantameva, atyanta samipa. In fact, there is no distance at all. But for whom? Vidusham atmatva. For vidusham, not for everyone, those who know. Those who know. Those who those who abide in the self, for those whose now understanding has changed, perception has changed. Oh my God, what I was looking for is nowhere else. I myself am that. There is nothing like this knowledge, This is the biggest miracle, which I said on the first day. This is the miracle, that all of a sudden I come to know that what I am looking for is right here. Big solace. So, tad antike, it is closer than the closet, provided you know. Provided you know. So, there is no option to knowledge. Do you understand? Is there any option? No, I may have it. I may not have it. Not having means keep seeking. Keep seeking. All our lives, in the past, for all our lives, we have been seeking. And it will continue. If we don't understand this, it will continue. Life of helplessness. I may have everything, but if I don't feel complete, I'm beggar within. My money, my comforts are of no use. Why? Because I'm helpless within. When I ask from others, asking for food and money is one thing, that you may. But asking for love, asking for security, asking for care, this is the biggest tragedy. And this is what gives us a lot of pain. Tell me who is happy doing that. Out of helplessness, we may ask for it. We may expect. Expectations are of this nature only. We expect from each other. Why are relations going wrong? Because our expectations are not fulfilled. What else? That is the only reason. But is there any reason for that? No. Because I am adequate. Not the body. Not the mind. So shift from here to here. Here means I. Shift. The shift is necessary. Don't remain where you are. I doesn't mean the body. I means Atma. One meaning of I, local meaning of I. When you call me, then I will say yes. But Swaminiji, you are consciousness. Why are you replying? In Vyavhara only I means this body. Only then we can function. Otherwise there will be a lot of confusion, I means I don't know who are you calling. In Vyavhara this is necessary. But we should know that who is this real I. So, that is closer than the closest. Then further, tad antarasya sarvasya, that is within everything. This Atma or consciousness is within everything, which means it is like saying that, this is very useful. Gold is in all the ornaments. Gold, in the gold all the ornaments. Plus, here you can say, suppose Bengal says this, yes, gold is in me. Gold is in the Bengal, at the same time outside of Bengal. In which sense? Gold is not only the bangle. Gold is also the chain. Gold is also the earring. And gold is much more. Gold is all the ornaments. Means not only in this bangle. In the bangle, yes. But more than the bangle. In the earring, in the chain, in the anklets, bracelet, everywhere plus more. Why? Because gold has the capacity, has the potential for many such different and variegated ornaments. Understood? So when it is said that it is inside everywhere as well as outside of everything, it means that it is pervasive, all pervasive, plus it is transcendental. Just as actor can say, all the roles are in me, beggar, and he is performing, Amitabh Bachchan may be performing the role of a beggar in one movie, in another magician, in another he may be a don. Different. He can say all of them are in me and I am beyond them. I am outside of them also. Which means I am none of these roles. What is my reality? I transcend all the roles. Just as in Purusha Sukta, it is said, Purusha eva idagum sarvam. Purusha is all this. And in reality, atyatishta dashangulam. It says in Purusha Sukta, it is said that padosya sarva bhutani. In my 1 feet, I cover everything. My 1 feet is all this. Imagine, it says, Purusha Sukta, that I am in just my 1 feet is all this. But my reality is 10 feet higher. So we don't have to measure and go 10 feet higher. But it means that it is transcendental. Transcendental. Pervasive as well as transcending. Immanent as well as transcendental. So it is in that sense the mantra described the glory of the self. Now, having done this, now Upanishad is talking about some rare people, some rare beings who could abide, who could understand this knowledge, and they accepted it and abides in this knowledge. So in short, now in 2 mantras, 6th and 7th, Upanishad will talk about a wise man. Wise man. Who is a Jivan Mukta? Who is he? Jivan Muktaha. There is this term called Jivan Muktaha. Have you heard about it? Yes. Jivan Mukta means liberated while living. His life is going on, but he is liberated. Liberated means he is flying somewhere? No. Liberated means he knows very well the mithyatva. He very well knows what all this is. He is totally unperturbed, unaffected by whatever is happening. Man, apaman, all the dvandvas, happiness, unhappiness, pleasant, unpleasant. This dvandvas, these pairs of opposites will occur in life. You cannot stop them. Lord Krishna says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkha daha. When sense organs contact the sense objects, means when you are transacting in the world, something or the other will happen. Mana, apmana, sukha, dukkha, shita, ushna, heat, cold, pleasure, lack of it. Somebody may praise you. One side somebody will praise you, and other way he doesn't know anything. Right? In the same breath. All this will happen. Then I don't know whether to cry or to laugh. One moment I will be crying, other moment no. This doesn't happen to the wise man. Why? He knows this is bound to come. World is like that. And it is all due to my karmas. My result of my karmas, that is what makes them behave like that. It's okay, fine. I am Atma. Gune ryona vichalyate. I am not affected by this play of gunas. Guna means sattva, rajas, tamas. This world, I am not affected by them. So, one who is like this, what is his vision? That is given in mantra 6 and 7. Let us read mantra 6. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pashyate sarvabhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijugupsate. See, knowledge means this. Yastu sarvani bhutani. For one for whom all the beings. He looks upon everything, all the beings in the self, which means non-different from me. Again, the vision of the first mantra. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. So now his understanding of I is that I am Atma. Sat Chit Anand. Or Asti Bhati Priyam. In that all the beings are. Because Asti Bhati is just one, consciousness is one, Atma is one. So whenever he looks at everyone, they are all in me. And Sarva Bhuteshu Cha Atmanam. And in all the beings, he sees himself. In him, all the beings. And in all the beings, he sees himself. In himself, everyone. And in everyone, he sees himself. When this is the vision, which means you are constantly with yourself. When I'm talking to you, I'm with myself. Like seeing in a mirror, this whole room supposing is filled with mirror. Then this side when I look, it is me. This side also me. That side also me. So even though I'm looking and there are many reflections, but reflections of just one. When this is the knowledge, when this is the perception, tataha na vijugupsate, then there is no hatred in him. Absolutely no hatred, no dislike in him. Love, not dislike, but love for everyone. Why? Because for oneself, what can there be? What can there be? Unspoken love. I need not say, oh finger, I love you. Oh, this index finger, I love you. Need not. But even though all of them are different, but still the perception, it is one. Sometimes even, we experience this all the time. With our teeth, we happen to crush the tongue. Often it happens. Our cheeks, the inside of the cheeks are often crushed by the teeth when we are hurried to eat and things like that. Do we punish? Do we hate? From tomorrow, no teeth. Then I will know what happens. But in short, in one, there cannot be hatred. This is what will happen. Tataha na vijugupsate. He adveshta, when Bhagavan says, adveshta sarva bhutanam. Maitraha. Not only doesn't hate, but is friendly. Maitraha, karunaha. Karuna, maitri, all these are direct, natural consequences of knowledge. First they are values and then they become spontaneous. So we will see this tomorrow. Om Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.